everybody. So I'm starting this live today, and we have our guest is Poorva, and let me just invite her. And she is an amazing friend, and also she's gonna share stories about her daughter, who she's calls as magically enabled. Hi Poorva,
Hi,
yes,
Shammi.
great. So yeah, so I'm glad that we are having this live. Yeah, and yeah, if I think Mansha also wants to come, she can come whenever she wants to.
Nothing, not right
Yeah,
now. I'll call you.
yeah.
She's watching something.
Okay, great. So yeah, a little bit about Purva. I've known her for I met you at the LSUC also, no, in Odisha.
Yeah,
We didn't
that
interact
was
much.
what? I don't know,
Hmm.
2017?
Yeah, I think so. And we met there, and then we were in touch once in a while. And then I offered this program, Being Me Loving You, and some other webinars that Purva has been coming there. And we had this program which lasted for almost 8 months, and where every week we would meet. So I got to know more of her, and the friendship became more deeper. And then we've been part of the Teal family retreat also. And then I got to meet Mansha, and in the same space with a community of people. So we spent a lot of valuable time, and yeah, I've been really inspired by her work. And this live we'll be having for half an hour, or more, 40 minutes. Let's see. But more importantly, I can have a conversation with Purva for 5-6 hours aram se. I mean, there's so much stories to share that she can share. So let's begin with. So Purva, do you want to share a little bit about yourself? Like, how do you want to introduce yourself to the people here?
Okay. So I think first things first, 7 years ago, I had thought that I want to go bald and see how it will feel. And this year, on 12th of April, I celebrate my 50th birthday. So I decided to go bald again. So this has been a latest addition. So this time I think I was used to, I know how I look. Uh, to introduce myself. So I think one of the major things that I am right now is a single parent. I've been a single parent now for 7 years. And I feel like it has been the most transformative journey. Uh, in all my 43 years, I didn't transform as much as I have transformed in these 7 years. And I feel extremely grateful and blessed for that. And I've been exploring so much more of life, of so much through Mansha. And I am an artist, as in I teach art. Uh, yeah, I think I'm an explorer of everything. So that's what's coming to me right now.
So I've lived in Bombay a little bit, and there people use this word. I don't know how Purva is going to take it, but it's like enthu nut. So she's enthusiastic about a lot of things. Anything that is exciting, she can, whether it's Kabir or. So it's
Mm.
not like one particular raste mein chalna hai. So what appeals your heart, you really, get attracted to it, or, go towards that.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think it's been, I definitely could start seeing growing up, maybe after teenage years, that uh, I wanted to do something different. Uh, so maybe it started with, I still remember I would love to write letters to people personally. Like I had a year planner, and every month in the beginning of the month, I would check. That, of course, came from my father. He loves remembering people's birthdays, anniversaries, sending cards. So I would sit and I would write letters to everybody in the beginning of the year, buy greeting cards, send it to them. So that was something. And then I started to see that, oh, if there is a friend's birthday, and even if I bought something, something very simple, the gift wrapping would be more elaborate than the actual gift. So I would spend hours gift wrapping it, that the gift, they should feel like not opening the gift. So I started realizing in very small, small little things that I wanted to be unique. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to do it the usual way. So I guess that's just become a very dear part of me now. Yeah.
Okay, great. And I mean, I'm hearing from this is that I mean, the way you do any small thing was also, you put your energy and you see the aesthetics or beauty in it. So, and I see you offering workshops on Varli painting or nature art. So, do you want to share a little bit about your journey with art? How did it start and how did you get into it?
Yeah, I we were in school. So I've been born and brought up in Pune till my second grade. Then second to ninth, we moved to Bombay, ninth grade, and I think somewhere around third or fourth grade or fifth grade, you start art in school. And my parents saw that I really loved art. And fortunately, one of my dad's friends in Bombay lived very far away from where we were. And he said, he spoke to this aunt and said, Purva seems to love art. And I started taking a bus and going from like Bandra to Pedder Road to learn art. So after 2 Saturdays, my aunt is like, okay, this is crazy. You can't come just all the way for art on Saturday. So I have a friend who's very close to you in Khar. Why don't you start going there? So I started walking there and going for Saturday art class. And that I think has been my turning point in art, because this teacher, I'm still in touch with her, Varsha teacher. She's like a second mother. They had a collection, they still have a collection of art books from across the world. So, be it Aboriginal art, Harappan civilization, Native American art, Polish paper cuts, she introduced us to everything. So, I feel like that is where I realized, wow, like art is all across the world, and I absolutely love it. And back in the day, there was no other option but to do either commercial arts or fine arts or architecture. So, architecture out, fine arts, the belief was people don't make money in fine arts. Commercial arts is graphic designing, you make money. So, then that's the course I joined. And finally, after I finished commercial arts, I realized I don't want to do anything with graphic designing or designing on the computer. So I think I took like a break for a year. And after that, I started conducting workshops. So I started doing like a Varli art session in Pune. Back in the day, even in Maharashtra, people didn't know that it's a folk art from Maharashtra. And I would hire a hall, put a little ad in Pune Times, and hire tables and chairs, and it would be an 8-day workshop. So three hours in the afternoon for batch one, 3 hours in the morning for batch two, and we would end it up with an exhibition. So those workshops were now, when I look back in hindsight, were a very big novelty. Nobody was doing them, and teaching history, culture, practicing the art form, exhibiting our artwork. So I think ultimately everybody started to realize the value of what folk art is all about. So yeah, that was the journey of getting into art. And from there on, it's just grown and grown.
And then you kind of made it into a small bite-size things for people, and started offering it, and so a lot of people would have attended your workshops till now, na?
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. I'm sure like over 2,000, 3,000 people over the past 25 years. And of course, the format of it changed. Then I got married. Then I had Mansha. Then she had her health challenges. So I didn't do a lot. Like I didn't do a lot for a long time. And then I got back to it. By the time I got back to it, of course, it was in-person workshops. Yeah, so they became smaller and smaller and smaller.
Great. So if people want to learn more about, Wadli painting or other things, they can connect with you.
Yes. I think, yeah, Varli has been one of the art forms that is most fun to teach, and people love learning it because, be it a 5-year-old or a 60-year-old, you can't really tell who's done the drawings at the end of the session. So I think the fun about folk art is that you don't have to be an artist to know them
Yeah,
because
you
they're
don't
passed
have to
down.
So you don't have to have a red pen there, somebody telling you how or rank you or put you, something like that. But of course,
Exactly.
there's as you practice, you do it. You
Yeah.
do perform better
Yeah,
and
I think
enjoy.
one of the specialities when I was teaching art became that I started telling people, if you do not know how to do art at all, please come and join the workshop.
Okay,
Because
that's a good
somebody, people
qualification.
somewhere, what?
Yeah, that's a good qualification, na?
Yes, because somewhere people asked me, the first question they asked was, we don't know how to do art, then how will we come for an art workshop?
Yeah,
So I said the idea is to drop your inhibitions. And in folk art, it's not like the folk artists have not gone to school to study.
yeah,
So there's a lot of creative freedom, and also there's a lot of fun.
yeah,
So that's how the art workshop started to get, people really liked the way I taught.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I still believe the way I teach is my
Strength.
strength. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it in the Tea Fund retreat that, I mean, you kind of teach and you don't teach also. So you're like a lazy teacher who puts all the colors there and then people come and they start playing around with you. Now, of course, I've not seen you like that, giving more guidance and coaching. That's a different thing. But you make the space to be very safe for people to practice and, experiment or learn.
Yeah, I feel in this journey of art, the one thing that started coming across is this misconception of people that art has to be a certain way. So, for
Mm.
example, if it's a plain paper, and if I take a pen and put one dot on it, so suddenly from nothing on the paper to one dot is also you created something. So
Yeah.
this definition of, oh, art has to be sold or art has to be framed was something I was trying to take away. I was trying to come to a place of do art because you would love doing art, not
Mm.
because you want to show it to someone or you want validation or you want to be compared or it needs to become a business.
I'm just absorbing this that, yeah, you don't need validation and it's easy and something beautiful about it. I mean, I'm reminding this quote by Anand Kumaraswamy. I read it somewhere, which says that an artist is not a special person, but every person is a special artist.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. It is absolutely true. I mean, and again, we believe that art is this or art is that, but just every day around us, everything is art.
Yeah.
I mean, the way our mothers cook food, or I don't know, the way, you decide to change the parting of your hair. Now I don't have any. Or, like, for example, I decided I wanted to wear two separate earrings today.
Uh,
And now I'm seeing more and more with Mansha. I think she probably already has it in her, but she sees me. So we started noticing art, in the clouds, in the shapes,
the
in the
food, you showed in the food also that you shared a picture.
Right, right. Yeah, just, things come up for her and she'll notice a shape. For example, every time in her food, she ends up seeing hearts.
Okay,
Like the
great.
chutney, I just serve it and she's like, look, mama, there's a heart there.
Yeah.
Or she break a dosa piece and it's like, there's a heart there.
Wow. So great. So you
So,
also shared that, after Mansha coming into your life, you learned a lot and it changed a lot of things. So do you want to share about your journey with her and, how was it from beginning? Of
mhm.
course, it's a very, very long story, but I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen some
I'll
clips in
try
it.
to I'll try to summarize it. Yeah, Mansha was born in 2010, and so the quick recap to that is I have had my firstborn is a son in 2008, and he passed away in 7 days. So it was a very sudden. I mean, we don't know why he left us or why he chose to come to me. Now, when I look in hindsight, I'm like, he probably. I had written a blog somewhere. We had named him Vihan. So I wrote a blog which said Vihan had to go for Mansha to come. So I believe that that's what happened. And so Mansha was born with a lot of stress and anxiety and uh, fear that I had inside because of my first pregnancy. And then By the time she was 5 months, she had her first seizure. Then we found out that she has a rare medical condition called hyperinsulinism, which was actually causing all this. It was misdiagnosed for 2 years. And because of that, all the milestones were delayed. So then she was diagnosed by 7 months to be on the spectrum. So at year two is when we found out that she's actually going through this medical condition. And that's what's causing the seizures and the delay and all of that. Then started a whole different journey of fixing whatever the damage had happened. So yeah, then it was 3 years of being in the US, therapy, a very different life. My belief in medicine being that, you fix, like the normal medicine, modern medicine works on fixing the symptoms. So the symptom being ASD. And then in 2015, I found out about something which was trying to fix the cause. So the cause being what happened in the brain. So this was a book called What to Do About Your Brain Injured Child, and an organization in Philadelphia called the Institute for the Achievement of Human Potential. So they did this course in Delhi called What to Do About Your Brain Injured Child, which changed our lives completely. Because they said this has all been caused because something has happened in the brain. So why don't you go to the brain and fix the brain? And the brain is malleable. The brain can change. The brain can be trained. So what does the brain need to get okay? It needs good food. It needs good environment. Needs good air. It needs no chemicals. It needs auditory input, tactile input, physical input, and give it in a high FID. So a high frequency, high intensity, high duration.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just 17, 18 months, I did this program with her like rigorously. And that brought in a huge change because till she was 5, there was hardly any speech. Speech came in, balance came in, coordination came in. So yeah, lots of things changed. Homeopathy is something that we're doing now. We are off all allopathy. So I'm really grateful for that. And her coming into my life, oh my gosh, I think, yeah, it's a very long story. It's been a, um, I think I'm a transformed person. Like I truly believe that kids come to teach you, and kids are your greatest teachers. And somebody told me once that my daughter is my Zen master. So I've stolen that line from the person, that Mansha is my Zen master. Everything that I have resisted or I have been not comfortable about, or I have been short tempered, I've not been patient. I mean, all the things she has helped me transform in these. She's going to be she'll be 15 in August.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So she's helped you transform, meaning she kind of brings it up and it brings up the commotion also sometimes, or you learn on your own, or I mean, there's a journey in that, na? In those
So,
transformation
yeah,
points.
I think the journey has been from utter confusion, not knowing what's happening, medically, just running pillar to post. Then also, uh, you know, focusing on the symptom. I mean, it feels like a whole alien time that how did I not know that focus on the cause? Then
Mhm.
getting into the cause, so that's the medical part. But then the journey of under, you know, understanding her as a person. Yeah, I think the most important thing here would be this aspect of thinking that ASD is something wrong and it has to be fixed.
True.
From shifting to it's just every one of us is different. This is just a label, and it's beautiful. I mean, to now coming to a point of celebrating it, completely
Yeah.
celebrating it.
Uniqueness of each person. Na?
The
Matlab,
uniqueness of each person, yes, and the uniqueness, just for the lack of, I mean, words, I'm taking the support of the word autism, but I don't want to use it because somewhere or the other, all of us are on the spectrum of autism.
Yeah.
So just putting that to one person or, some number of people, I feel is not
Mm.
the appropriate thing. And most importantly in this journey is this whole idea of her having, not her, people on the spectrum having no filters, had not understanding things like sarcasm and bullying and teasing and diplomacy, all these what do you say, abstract feelings. It's refreshing because somebody can walk up to her and say, hey, I got you a gift, would you like this? And she'll just be like, no. Or, hey, I cooked food for you, what do you think about it? I didn't like it. So it's almost like saying, wow, I wish I could be so real without any pretenses.
Yeah.
So I think this part about being real and authentic is what I'm
And,
learning from her.
and I also believe that so many children, or as we also growing up, I mean, I can talk about myself also, that not having that space to be real, and being shamed to be real,
Yes.
and how much damage happens, and how we shut down our own real grain, that would bring more authenticity. So yeah, so I've seen her also, and I can imagine that not just real, I mean, in that sense, about being upfront about things, but sensitive also in a real way. Like, for example, if she'll say, oh, I did this thing, with you, and are you proud of me? I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really, it's being taught so many times in certain cultures that you not even use the word I, कि I
yeah.
अपना मैं करता रहता है, like, so, but to really invite people to not just say that this is stop, but encouraging them to like actually notice something which I haven't noticed and which I would enjoy.
Yeah, when you're saying that, again, it's never ending. There are so many very important words which I'm learning as well as letting go. Like, for example, seeking validation.
Uh,
Uh, it is a very human need, like, to want to get appreciation
yeah,
without the judgment. So
yeah,
it's beautiful with her to, just all the time say, like, did you enjoy this? I enjoyed it. Thank you for this. Like, we just went for a 3-day trip. And the whole time she just kept thanking the host. I am so grateful that my mother got me to you. I am so grateful that my mother got me to you. I am so happy that I came here. I am so happy that you have cooked yummy food. So, to just be able to express yourself, be sensitive, and also not worry about who's judging. Like that word, those words don't exist for her, which is beautiful. So I am now learning that I mean, just be,
so
uh,
so
you know,
what
ju-
you shared in the retreat also, which was written at Hidden Voice, is also, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे
क्या
लोग,
कहेंगे लोग. Correct, correct. And I feel like the more and more I'm doing the journey with her, and then me being the single parent, I think somewhere, I don't know if it's her, it's me, or it's a mix. I think things for me changed a lot when I got comfortable with the fact that I really don't care what you think. As long as I am not damaging you
wow.
or I'm hurting you, it just didn't matter.
So
So
it's
for
prioritizing her space and her heart, and not just about her, but between you and her. I mean, I find it very powerful. What you're saying is that, I don't know how to put it, but maybe the words
so
can.
Shami, yeah, I think what I'm saying is maybe somewhere this is related to I have been able to celebrate her or understand her or let her be, the more and more I have celebrated myself, let myself be, not stop
Exactly,
self criticizing me. Because still I
exactly.
have not done it for myself,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will not be able to support her. So,
I
somewhere
mean,
where the comfort came in me that, oh, what did you go and do to your hair?
yeah,
So, for me, either to not react to it or to say, you can decide to think what you want to think.
yeah.
I did it because I wanted to do it. Did I want to make a
And
statement?
it's not a journey which happens overnight. Once you decide to do it, you do feel sometimes people are question you and you feel low acceptance and all those things, and but you can move on towards that, you know.
So, yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I mean, I've gone from a journey of trying to be a people pleaser, trying to convince people around
Mhm.
me, want people to like me, have lots of friends, have all the relatives like me, to gradually, becoming this rebel and people saying, "Oh, teko to hamesha alag hi karna hota hai." Like you always want to do
Uh,
something different.
yeah,
And then getting to a point of very gracefully accepting
yeah,
that this is me, and
mm,
I'm sorry, I'm not going to change for you.
yeah,
This is what I am, and it's just inherently me.
yeah,
I don't mean to hurt you or something, but if my heart doesn't call out to it, or if I don't feel like doing it, I can't do it.
mm,
And I think now Mansha is very truly almost reaffirming that for me, that
yeah.
you can tell her,
And also,
please do
uh,
this.
so reaffirming and also encouraging you to do it also maybe sometimes.
Yeah, I think when I watch her do it, I'm automatically encouraged,
Yeah,
because I can't get her to do anything. She's pretty clear on what she wants to do or not do,
yeah,
and I think that here a little bit, or not little bit, a very important part of nonviolent communication comes in, which I've known, and then it's been a journey with you,
mhm,
sort of building the nonviolent communication stronger, that she is a separate individual.
yeah,
How can I choose to put my hierarchy of parent and
yeah,
not respect her needs?
yeah.
And somehow in our culture, this hierarchy of parents is very
So
strong. Or
they
just because the mother said it or the father said it, the child has to do it.
yeah. So they say they use the word na. What do you say? Uh, Adultism.
Adultism, correct.
And also, I like what you said. I mean, I've experienced it with some parents who come to me, and I'm coaching them that, or children who come to me, that like if the parent is saying that I want you to so-called settle and I want you to earn this much money or get this much marks. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of it is about they see upon themselves that if your child is not by those standards of the measuring metrics of the society, they see themselves as a failure.
Mm.
So it is their own inner strength and inner, kind of self connection, which if that happens, they can let it be also, somewhere I'm hearing from you also.
Yeah, I think Shami, see, it's a very big. Again, it's it's a long thread.
Yeah.
You can't say that to parents also, because whatever parenting they saw is the
They
kind
are
of
following
parenting
that
they
up.
did with us.
Yeah.
Now things have, at least from my parents to our generation, so much has changed. So it is difficult to take in this, and then there are enough people who are sort of, which we so call, say, the log or the society, who are
Yeah.
ready to look at what's not okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it takes a lot to be able to say, I'm fine, I'm going to hold myself and choose to do whatever I want to do.
Sure.
uh, yeah, it takes
Yeah.
a lot of strength and courage.
Yeah. And okay. Yeah. I mean, there are lots of topics are coming. So one thing that I want to maybe move to is that, do you want to share the story about how you developed your brand the other way, and what you did with that?
Yes. So the other way is our brand, Mansha and my brand, art brand, which we launched on 18th of Jan, which was not the plan to launch it so soon, but we had a beautiful gathering in Pune called the Pune Urban Village Gathering, and we could have a stall there. So I got a beautiful, lovely photographer friend of mine, Zai Zadav. So she took fabulous pictures of Mansha's artworks, and then her family, a relative, Alankar, he did the beautiful printing for us. So within a week, it was like, and Mansha had done this brand of, sorry, a design of a seahorse, an orange seahorse in the ocean. And I somehow thought that the seahorse is so unique, so that at some point will become our brand logo. And Mansha keeps saying the other way. So anytime you ask her to do something, she'll sort of be like, the other way? Like almost like, why do I have to do it this way? Can't I do it that way? So the other way was my thought for a brand name since the past 2 years. And I just thought like just the other way is so profound. Like so many meanings can come into it. So that's how it was born. And I'm wearing one of the other way
Can you stand
shirts.
and show it to us? Yeah, great.
I love myself as I am. And that's an artwork that I've done. And
Okay,
this is a
great. Thank
ceramic
you.
pendant that Mansha has made in our
Wow.
pottery class. So, yeah, we have 7 designs that Mansha has done, 3 that I have done. And both of us have been saying a lot of affirmations. So, she chose the 10 best affirmations. We decided to handwrite them and then we got them printed. So yeah, that's a brand that's picking up slowly and steadily. Word
Super.
of mouth, people are getting to know, ordering the shirts, and it's been fun. It's been a fun new journey,
Yeah, I
and
think
celebrating the other way. So why wear two same earrings? So I'm wearing two different
two different
earrings.
earrings. Great. So let's, while we are also talking, we can open up the space for if anybody has any comments or questions. I'll turn on the commenting. They can ask here, and you're welcome to, put up any questions or comments to Purva or to me, especially more to Purva. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was I thinking about? Yeah, I was just thinking that, oh my goodness, like these 14 years is, wow, what a journey it's been. I
Hmm.
mean, from, uh, I'm restricting my words because she's right here, she's having her meal. So,
Yeah.
yeah, from a lot of medical challenges to coming to a place of, or maybe I will say it like from being in a space where you thought seizures were a bad thing
Hmm.
and to take very strong steroids to get you to stop it, to now coming to a space of taking homeopathy and celebrating, not celebrating, but knowing that when a seizure happens, it's the body's way to take out excess.
Hmm.
So it's interesting to, not interesting, it's tough to watch
Wow.
it happen, the whole process. But then after that, there is peaceful sleep. And
Oh.
I am trying to, this had also come up at some point in some conversation that the word normal is so subjective. So, what might be your normal is nowhere close to what normal is for me.
Yeah.
So, to even have this understanding that our normal is very different.
Uh,
And that's what I think also has helped me starting to respect everybody else's normal.
yeah.
That it's okay. I can't question, I can't judge it. It is what it is for them. And I need to let it be. Uh, that has been really helpful.
And I think it's before I say, I'll just say once again that if anybody wants to ask a question or comment, you're welcome to write it here. I'll see it and then read it. But yeah, but this I mean, what you're saying is a sounds like a one sentence thing कि normal सबका अलग है, but to come to that and to free yourself from this, सबका तो छोड़ दो, but मैं अपना normally I'm not able to catch what do I call, what is my calling, what do I want,
Mm.
and I'm also appreciating of the sentence that you said that about seizures, that it's a way to take out things. I mean, it's very different. I've never heard anybody talk about it like that. It's seen as of course, it's a challenge, but you know, that's also powerful.
Yeah, because right now, for example, whenever there are really, they happen when there is an overwhelming day. So when overwhelming means anything beautiful, like a journey, a car ride, or this, that, the kayaking, the. So the point is, I mean, that is our life. Exploring is our life. Traveling is our life. We really love those things.
Mhm.
So I mean, a fear that this is going to happen, this I don't want to stop the our life.
Yeah.
So I just had a conversation with our very very lovely homeopath
Hmm.
in Pune, Dr. Atul, and he was saying, Purva, why don't you just truly accept that this is a part of your normal. So I think
Hmm.
somewhere in this 14 years, yeah, it's nice that the conversation has come to it. It's okay, we'll see it later. All right. I know, Mansha, we'll have to see it later. Do you want to come and say hi to Shammi till then? Yes, please.
Okay.
Come.
Great.
One
Thank
second.
you.
Come. Hello. Wait, he can't see you. You have to come
Hi, Mansha.
here. Do you want to, 1 minute, can you stand up so they can see the shirt with the seahorse? Can I show it to them? The other
Oh,
way.
wow. This is the seahorse, na? Mansha,
Yes.
that we showed it there also at Hidden Oasis.
You had worn it at Hidden Oasis. Now come sit here. Do
Yeah.
you feel like sharing something? So I went there. I went to Sarita's and Sam's place, and over there I went kayaking with Pradeep, and I did so many things there, and I had a good time there.
Okay.
And what is the one different bird you saw there? What? Which goes the peck. The woodpecker.
Oh.
We go tuck tuck and peck
Yeah,
peck.
tuck, tuck, and peck, peck. And Mansha, I remember you when you played the Ludo, you helped me also pass the Ludo. My
What? When you played Ludo, even when you finished, you always do that, right? So you helped Shami also finish all his goatees, na? Yeah. And go home, Yeah.
yeah,
right?
yeah, and I'm really thankful for that. I learned so much from it that we don't have to like win the game or something. Everybody can win, na?
And I know how to play badminton, and I know how to play Uno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Thank you, Mansha. Yeah, thank
And
you.
speaking of Brain Vita Uno, she loves puzzles. So
Uh,
it's funny that right now there's like 16 boxes of puzzles on
uh,
which I'm resting the phone.
oh, great, super. Yeah, sure, sure.
Oh.
So let's see if there's any comment. I turned off the comments for the recording. Yeah,
Yeah, I think there were no
there
comments.
was Nimisha had said my favorite people, and Ananya had said something endearment expression. So yeah, and do you want to share any maybe the one more thing about being a single parent? You know anything because I mean a lot of people I mean in our community also are this. I mean will learn from it. You know. Or,
Yes. Uh, so I feel like, yeah, I think it's one of those journeys which, till you're not in the journey, you don't know about it. So I got into it, and I think the first 2 3 years I was very clear I'm not going to work. Yeah, one very beautiful thing that has come up in all this, again, I have a very dear friend, Dola, in Pune, Dola Das Gupta. She's a storyteller, she's an amazing friend. She's always been such an help, with such pearls of wisdom. I still remember when I was getting divorced, there was this huge pressure to earn money, and Mansha needed me medically. And I was like, why can't I just be okay with the monthly maintenance that I'm going to receive? And she told me something very powerful. She said, why don't you just treat that monthly maintenance as an income? It's a salary that is coming to you, and your more than full time job is to take care of Mansha.
yeah,
And oh my goodness, what a liberating thought that was.
yeah,
Because I would have lots of insensitive people go like, "Oh, you're a single parent, so
um,
now where does the money come from?" So
yeah,
I almost wanted to tell them that I don't need to answer you. But then I very proudly started saying that, yeah, I get an income from her father,
mm,
and I have a more than full time job here. So for
mm,
2 years, I was very clear that I will not work, and I didn't work because there were a lot of health challenges. And even now, I would say that she needs me,
mm,
and it's been a blessing to be able to be with her, receiving that income. And I, as and when I freelance, the more of the abundance and the money comes in. And it's been a, it's been a very, it's been a tough journey.
Mm.
I definitely have felt a lot of times that it would have been nice to, have a partner, especially in times of where I want to take a breather,
Mm.
where I am a person who loves her me time. I am a person who loves to go out,
Mm.
maybe just do a movie, party, go for a coffee, something.
Mm.
And that has been a challenge. And in all
Yeah.
of that, every time I've been in Pune, my mother has been the biggest support
Mm.
because Mancha loves my mom, so loves her nani. And that's one person, I can leave her with without worrying. And
Yeah.
I have gone for 7, 8 days, also, which has been huge.
So basically, like other support is very important if you are a single parent, like
Yeah, other
community and
support. So I think it's been in our case, it's almost like there is a single parent, but
mm.
then there is this magically abled child in the picture who does have medical needs, who has different needs socially.
Mm.
So then to get that right person who can be there to support
Yeah.
is been challenging. So, for example, I mean, my mother has been one of them. I have a dear friend, Saili, in Pune. Her
Mm.
daughter, Nia, is like a great friend to Mansha. I have another friend, Shahnaz, their kids, Kimia and Priya.
Mm.
So, we have very few of these friends who Mansha also thinks as friends and who is comfortable with.
Mm.
So I have been able to, at some points, take their support
Sure.
and meet them or leave Mansha with them and things like that. So I think just this whole, I think I've now come to a place of it is me and her as a unit. And, my father passed away so suddenly last year in August. So I need to be prepared that my mother's also getting old and she is not going to be here forever. So
Mm.
it is Mansha and it is me. And the biggest word that has come out of these 14 years has been acceptance. So
Mm.
from being very angry about the word acceptance to rebellious about it to upset about it to then, okay, I have no other option but to accept, to now maybe closer to my 50th year,
Mm.
actually gracefully saying, this is it. You
Mm.
are together, and this is what it is. And just do it. Trust the universe.
Mm.
Trust that superpower there to take care of you, to take care of her. And nobody knows about the future.
Sure.
So come into the now, constantly keep coming into the now. And Mansha is the one who keeps getting me to the now.
Reminding you also.
Constantly. Like just come into the now, be present. You don't know the next moment. And I think it's become very strong, with Vihan passing, then Mansha's birth, then my dad passing.
Mm.
It's just becoming stronger and stronger that I somewhere started feeling guilty also to have fun. Uh,
Mm.
you guilty even to go on road trips with Mansha and go for picnics.
Mm.
And now again, Dola came and said, Poorva, you seem to be guilty about being spontaneous and being impulsive. And so I said, yeah, I have. So she said, just drop it, and it's happened the past week. I said, I'm going to drop it.
Mm.
Like this is our life. We are travelers, we are explorers, we go out for trips. This is how we learn.
Mm.
We don't have the usual school, we don't have a usual schedule. And Mansha doesn't go to a vocational center.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know if she's going to have a job or not have a job. And she's happy in this moment, and I want to be happy with her.
Mm.
And you contribute to her well-being.
Yeah.
If she wants to do art, we do art together. She did kayaking.
Mm.
So I think what I'm saying is the doing is not very important now because it's just become so organic and
Mm.
something that people will quickly learn.
Mm.
It has always been a longer process for her.
mm,
So somebody could have learned, like still remember my nephew coming from the US
mm,
and learning to waveboard like
mm,
within 2 hours. And it took
mm,
Mansha 4 months, you know.
mm.
So it's not about the comparison. It's just she's wired different.
Yeah.
And every little thing that she has done from birth till now is such a celebration that
Mm,
now here I do want to bring in the whole neurotypical and
mm,
neurodivergent,
mm,
that a lot of neurotypical families will not even realize what certain developmental milestones mean. Like I
mm,
always give this example that when you're young, there's a particular milestone which is pointing.
mm,
That is such an important milestone because for that you need for your fingers to isolate. Kids
mm,
don't learn to isolate first. First, it's all together. Like everything happens like this, like that.
mm,
So it's about isolating fingers, then to be able to put only three fingers down, then to have the thumb out and a pointer here. So this is so much happening, gross motor, fine motor,
mm,
and then to meaningfully point at what they want. So we had a parent who came with a young child similar to Mansha and who just went na something. And
mm,
I was like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. Like I
mm,
have had to put tape around Mansha's fingers,
mm.
to be able to get her to point. So these
Oh.
very, very, very little things in developmental milestones,
Mm,
I think just make you so grateful that, like, for example, I don't know who said once, 8, 9 year old, when she was saying, oh, our kids throw tantrums. They want to get this from the shop, that from the shop. And I was like, Mansha has never asked me for anything.
mm,
And then one day, suddenly at 9 or 10 years old, we went for some exhibition and she
mm,
said, I want a mug, that mug.
mm,
And
mm,
I said, I mean, I'll get you the moon today.
mm. So just
you know
to sense of knowing that something around I want and I point it, and some sense of autonomy, or how to express that, and I mean
Yes.
you're celebrating that.
Yeah, I think what I'm saying is I'm celebrating in the 14
Mm,
years because all developmental milestones were delayed. So when you did even okay, maybe to make it real, jumping, off the ground is a very, very big
mm,
milestone which had not happened.
mm,
So
mm.
when it happened like half a centimeter off the
Oh,
floor,
that's a big
yeah,
thing,
yeah, it was, I mean, I was crying.
uh,
So I think what I'm saying is every little thing that she has done has been a
yeah,
celebration.
yeah, yeah.
And then it has come to a point now of so much acceptance, so much gratitude, uh, you know, so much,
I'm so much being proud also,
yeah, lots of pride, but, more
in a
than
good way.
pride, I think it finally is gratitude that I was meant to learn all these lessons from her.
Yeah.
And that is why she has come.
Mm,
Like her favorite song has been Let It Go from the movie
mm,
Frozen. And I had
mm,
jokingly said to someone that she's been singing this since 2015. She
mm.
will only stop singing this when her mother understands to let go.
Yeah.
And
Great.
literally,
Thank you.
Shami, I don't know. I mean, it is magical. The past 2, 3 months that I see my spiritual journey getting better and better, she's
Ah,
actually not sung that song as much.
okay. So, okay, so I just go to one more thing. There's a question from Renu.
Hmm.
It's her name is Renu.meet1.
Okay.
I would like to know how to overcome SZ fear. I mean, I think she's implying seizure fear.
Is that it?
Renu, are you there? If I think you're still there. I saw you in the participant list. That are you talking about SZ? What does it SZ mean?
So maybe till she answers,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I do want to bring up, especially because it came about health.
Mm.
A beautiful thing that has, again, in our journey,
Mm.
has transformed things for me in terms of her health, my life, my health,
Mm.
my spiritual growth has been the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I mean,
Okay.
that has been, for the lack of words, my Bible. Uh, because Louise Hay speaks
Okay.
in the back.
Renu is saying yes, that as there is seizure.
Right.
Thank you, Renu.
Thanks, Renu. Yeah, so I
Louise
mean, to
Hay.
Renu and everybody, that You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay is a must have book if you have to read one book before you die.
And
Because,
there's one more request from Sumati Netam, who contributes a lot on Insta, I think also. Please share the recording of this talk available. Yes, we will share on the same Insta platform.
right.
So, do you want to respond to Renu about
Yeah,
this
so
issue?
Renu, I was coming to that, that getting over that has been a long journey. I'm not, I think I'm 99% there. But the biggest shift that happened was to move from allopathy to homeopathy. So moving from fixing symptom to moving to fixing the cause. So that is what has really, really helped. And it's been a long journey of 5, 6 years now with our homeopath in Pune. He keeps almost doing a follow up every month, tweaking her medicines. That's been the medical part. The other part about seizures has been that seizures for me are now like fevers, and a fever has to be had because the body wants to take out something from its system. So the seizure is the same thing. The body is taking out. In my daughter's case, it is overwhelm of excitement, of noise, of music, of people. So then in the night, it comes out. And then I see her like go and go to sleep. So touchwood, in our case, it's not been, medical emergency, because there are also different kinds of seizures. So
Mhm.
please do look into that. But yeah, my letting go of fear over the years through the book You Can Heal Your Life. So in You Can Heal Your Life, there is a list at the back for every ailment, what the probable cause could be, and a change of thinking pattern. So the one for seizures says fear. So I totally understand fear. So there is fear somewhere embedded in Mansha, because when I conceived her, I had fear of my firstborn. So that is why this has come to her. And now one of the affirmations that she says is, I am safe and secure in the universe. I
Mhm.
am protected. I am loved. Has that reduced the episodes? Definitely has. But the homeopathy together also has helped. And the third aspect that has helped is I'm now watching her have one, and basically in that time saying my affirmations,
Mhm.
and not saying, oh, this is bad and I need to stop it.
Mhm.
Because now I understand that when I was giving her a nasal spray to stop it, that
Mhm.
was a steroid. And if that
Mhm.
was immediately stopping her seizure, means
Mhm.
how much strong medication I was giving to her.
Mhm.
So it was almost like saying, there's a short circuit somewhere in the
Mhm.
brain, and I give a medicine which fuses the whole brain out. So that's what
So
typically
just shut
anti-epileptics,
down,
yeah, just completely. So that's what anti-epileptics are doing to the brain. And unfortunately, I did that for 5 years of her initial life. So
Mhm.
0 to 7 years is your most crucial stage of your development. And in that maximum, I have
Yeah.
given the worst possible medicines.
And Renu is also saying, I don't know if you can see Purva, and she's
No.
saying, I'm trying since last 2, 3 hours, but it looks like years, she's trying to say. Couple of homeopathy doctors tried, but it's not working. So it's just a sharing that she's
Right.
making.
So, Renu, in this case, yeah, I mean, we can connect.
Yeah.
And I have been telling
Please
people for
connect.
now
Yeah.
4, 5 years now that there are many homeopaths. But to get the homeopath who can really, really get a great diagnosis is
Yeah.
very tough.
So Renu,
So,
please connect with Purva. I'll be sharing the recording, and you already have her page here. And thank you, Purva, for this. This especially like supporting people, and I was realizing that you are such a bhandar of knowledge. Mishtan bhandar. So you
Everybody,
could share more,
just
you
for you
know?
to know, Mishtan Bhandar means a sweet shop, which is
Yes.
particularly famous in Jaipur, where Shami lives.
Yes, yeah. There are lots of Mishtan Mandars here in Jaipur.
Exactly. Full of
Yeah.
them.
So great. So I'm really enjoying this conversation, and I think we can have more of such conversations.
Yeah, sure.
And we are also doing the, which I have not told Purva, but we are planning a Teal Family Summit, which is an online event. And I've already listed your name in it for a 2 hour session
Oh, you know,
or something.
so Shami, are we planning to end? Because I want to talk about
Yeah,
the
we,
teen family and
yes, yes, we are. I mean, I was
so.
thinking like that, but you can
Okay.
share more and then we can.
No, you can ask me and I can share.
No, no, you can.
Okay. So
Uh,
I definitely want to share with everybody here that I have known Shami because he's a non-violent communication trainer. Now, non-violent communication in short is NVC, and it would be worth it for everybody watching to look up. It was a philosophy by Marshall Rosenberg, and there's a lovely book about it. And I have benefited personally so much from one-on-one sessions with Shami, group sessions which Shami did online. We had a group called Being Me, Loving You. So we met every Wednesday evening on a Zoom call for 2 hours, and we discussed needs and feelings and requests. So NVC basically talks about, most importantly, how can you listen empathetically, and then, if anybody is sharing a conflict or a request, there is some unmet need behind it. And then, what are they feeling? That's why they're sharing it. And then they might have a request to make about it. So, basically, NVC is used in a lot of mediation between families, between relationships, mother and child, husband and wife, countries also. So we had this lovely, lovely teal retreat after 8 months of being me, loving you at the Hidden Oasis in Pune. And I was a part of it with Mansha. And we had these amazing sessions on food, like non-violence in the kitchen. How you can plan your kitchen when you're a community or a family living together, understanding needs, understanding the other person's needs, empathetic listening. And one very surprise session that happened was figuring conflicts with children, between children, and how children opened up to saying, the adults don't even listen to us. Like they're already blaming us.
yeah.
And I think I somewhere want to relate why NVC has meant so much to me, because I have felt a huge part of my life, even till date, only being judged. Like you open
Mm,
your mouth and the other person is ready to judge you, as
mm,
versus listening to me. And the reason NVC attracted me was, in NVC, there's also something called empathy buddies. So once you do lots of NVC practices in the group, we have people who we can say, hey, listen, I want to vent. Can I call you? And I can just go on talking to them and they will only
mm,
listen without advice, suggestions, judgment. I
mm.
think that is precious because empathetic listening just doesn't exist. It's been a huge blessing to know NVC, to know Shami, and I have called him so many times with like small conflicts, big conflicts. Like, what do I do? I don't know how to deal with this. So it's been amazing.
It's been a fun journey to learn from each other, and Purva is a great contributor and like sharings also, always willing to share her challenges and or process it with other people. So yeah, so these programs are such that we come together, and it's not like something that one person creates the knowledge, but we together create the knowledge. And yeah, so it's been a fun journey, and there's so many things we can go on talking. I'm just worried that I hope, what is the Insta's limit for the recording to be
Is
posted?
there
I think
is
it's
there some limit on
I
it?
don't think so.
Okay.
ऐसा तो नहीं होगा पर क्या पता
Okay.
होगी मतलब we can have 6 hours also, but I don't know. But anyways, I enjoyed it,
Thank
and
you
my
so
let's
much.
have a checkout before we close,
Okay.
and anybody can also give a checkout comment. But yeah, I can share my comment that
Uh,
my
Sh-
checkout where
Shami, before you do a checkout, I want to share something.
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, now I forgot. Huh. There was a part where I was mentioning about being in the present, especially when I was talking about art, and people
Mm-hmm.
need to just enjoy doing art. So I do want to mention that this is the third month where there's one
Yes.
offering that's going on called Art with a Song. And the reason I'm mentioning it is I put on music a lot of times and do art with it. And that idea just came to me. And I shared it with my dear friend Nimisha, who's also here. So actually, I'm shouting out for Nimisha because she
Mhm.
plans these amazing trips to Dharamshala and Spiti Valley. And there's two, three coming up. So please connect with her on En Routes. And why I mentioned Nimisha is the most fabulous poster for Art with a Song is designed by Nimisha. And she said, yeah, it's a great offering. Just do it. So it's 30 days, 30 artworks, and 30 songs. So you basically register, and at 4 a.m. in the morning, it's a WhatsApp group. I send you a song. And any time of the day, you choose to listen to the song and create music with it spontaneously. So the
Mhm.
reason the third month is going on and why everybody is loving it is I've told them that it's not a challenge. You don't have to share your artwork, and it's for nobody but you. The intention is 5 minutes of presence from your heart to be with the music and be with the art. It can be dots and lines, it doesn't matter. Sometimes people said we were dancing with it. Some people said we didn't do all 30 days. All is okay. It's just about creating and being present with the art every day. So
Okay. And
that,
also
yeah,
just Nimisha's comment, she says, "Oh, AWW." In that
I
sense,
think that's
you are sweet.
Ananya Suma.
No, that is
I can't see beyond
that. No,
Ananya
no.
actually.
Ananya's
Okay.
comment is gone, but
Okay.
you're sweet. I'm glad to be part of your offering. Your programs are amazing. That's from Nimisha, and then other part is which is hippie by
Which
heart.
is Nimisha only.
Yeah, exactly. But for others to know that that's her page.
Right.
And other is that Sumati is asking that does gold consumption in the form of medication help neurodivergent kids? If you want to
So
respond to it.
I uh, I think it does because we had started going for Ayurvedic treatments. I couldn't do it regularly. So there was, I forget the name. There's this very typical liquid in Ayurveda which has gold in it. So that and the Brahmi ghee, and there were lots of two, three things which this very, very good Ayurveda doctor in Pune did tell me. And actually, now that you're telling me this, it's a reminder to me, and I'm a little guilty that why I've not kept up with it. So I will probably, this is a good reminder to restart. So yeah, I mean, I know because I went to the Ayurved and he said, please do take it. We haven't taken it regularly, and I plan to restart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. So should I share a
Yes.
closing comment?
Yes, please.
Yes, so it's, I mean, the time with you, Purva, just goes around, say, and we can talk about so many things. And today, yeah, I mean, I really think that you need to share more about your journey, and it can, because, you have been certain, experience you have, and you've seen those challenges and all. And yeah, I mean, it was like eye-opening, and these small, small details about the pointing the finger, or this idea of control, and what you were saying that, uh, like, the being fully transparent and real. So these are all like one, chapters of a book, I'm thinking, but I think we need to share more, and it's really, yeah, I would
I'll
like
come.
to spend more time.
2 minutes, Mancha.
Great.
I'm just finishing,
Yeah.
okay?
Uh,
I got it. Can you change into your pajamas? I'll come. I'll come and have a look. Okay? I need 2 minutes. I'm just finishing. It's quick, so you get. Okay, I will. Okay, sure. All
okay.
right.
And somebody's asking the name of the doctor, but they can connect to you.
Yes.
For the right, yeah. So you
Sure,
can reach
sure.
out instantly. So
Yeah.
you're checked out here.
So so basically the Art Heals page is a public page. You could go there and send me a
Yeah, yeah.
message and I could share the
I,
details with you all.
I'll tag Sumati. I've taken her
Oh.
name. So on the when I posted, I'll tag her.
Hmm. ठीक है.
So yeah, how was it for you, Purva?
So I should first of all thank you so much. This was my first live. So I was a little bit, anxious, But I think I have a huge comfort with you, and we'd sort of done a trial run in the morning, so it was good. And there was a part of me that I was thinking, oh, I'll prepare. And then I said, no, no, whenever I prepare, it's a disaster. I have to just go with the flow. So yeah, I loved the experience. And I did realize that there are lots of different aspects uh, which have been very precious learnings. And definitely, I can see them, that they will help other parents. And it would be, I would love to do more of this and share them. I think even maybe, uh, I don't know, follow it up with more questions, like particularly from people, because it's like whatever's coming to my mind, I'm saying it, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I love this experience. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to do more of these. Like I feel like now I'll, randomly like on art heels, pick up my phone, press live and like just
Yeah,
start
yeah,
talking.
yeah. You can go around इधर कार में बैठ के live कर लेना कहीं पे भी कार में.
Yeah, I feel like if, from after I spoke to you, I think I can write down like 100 topics and
Yeah.
say, okay, today I'm talking about medicine. Today I'm talking about presence. Today I'm
Super,
talking about art.
super. Live series with Poorva starts.
Yeah, totally.
ठीक है. And we'll
Shammi,
post
thank you
it.
so much.
Yes, thank you. And we'll post it on the page. I mean, I plan to.
Right,
I hope Insta allows us long invites,
right.
long recordings. So yeah, so thank you everybody. All those who stayed. There are some who stayed throughout the session. I saw.
Mm.
So really glad that there's a community who's interested and we have a shared reality over these things. So thank you
Right.
everybody. And
You
thank
know,
you
there's
so much.
there's there's one person here watching. I just want to say it. I can't actually
Okay.
see everybody. I can only see Ridhika Bhandari here. So
Okay.
Ridhika is my. It's so interesting. I've never met Ridhika before.
Uh,
So she is the sister of Siddharth Bhandari,
uh,
and 1 year before I got married, I went to Indore to teach art in a school for a whole year.
uh,
And that time, Ridhika's brother Siddharth Bhandari was in sixth grade.
uh,
And he was an amazing artist. And I remember going to his house and telling his parents that he's a beautiful artist. Please,
uh,
please help him make that a profession. And now Siddharth is a fabulous interior designer with his wife, and they've just had a baby boy in Ahmedabad. And Ridhika runs this lovely thing called Uprant Foundation. They do amazing embroidery with the villages in villagers, the women in the slums around Ahmedabad, and they both are contributing to using that artwork in the interior designs and all of that. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be meeting them on this road trip in April.
super.
I'm going to go to Ahmedabad, so I can't wait to go
Yeah,
see
so other
them.
thing is that Purva is going on a road trip. She's going by Ahmedabad and then Himachal and Gujarat and either udhar se. So yeah, so if you want to like invite her or catch her on a road trip, she and Mansha, so you can.
Yeah, basically to celebrate my 50th birthday, I'm leaving Pune first week of April. Intention is to go up to Uttarakhand.
Yeah,
So stop in between, do interesting places,
yeah,
celebrate my birthday.
super.
Great. Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Nimicha,
Ami.
Sumati, and many others and Ritik also. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Welcome.
much, Shami.
Bye
See
bye.
you.
Thank you. See
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.